The next Moto G will come with Qualcomm Snap 888. The Snapdragon 888 is Qualcomm's top of the line, latest and greatest chipset. And the last phone that I thought was ever going to have a Snap 888 would be a Moto G. If you asked me yesterday, Jerome, what do you think is going to have a Snap 888 first? A Pixel 6 or the next Moto G? I'd be like, the chances of that happening is probably going to happen on the Pixel 6 before Moto G. So I haven't read this article. I just saw the title and I was like, what? How? What? Yesterday, we talked about the Moto Edge, and the other day, I talked about wanting to have maybe a Moto phone one of these days that had the specs of a high-end phone, but not with a curved display, because I don't care for the accidental touches. And maybe this Moto G with a Snap 888, what I'm thinking, I haven't read this article yet, but I'm thinking, are they doing something to compete with the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition? We've been calling that phone a budget flagship, meaning that it has high-end specs in terms of performance, but it's lacking in maybe the build quality, maybe wireless charging, IP dust and water resistance, whatever. So yeah, I mean, even this article says the first Motorola phone with the Snap 888 is something we didn't expect. As far as choices go, this seems to be an odd one. On the one hand, Motorola has often shipped the Moto G with low-end components, making up for it with an otherwise delightful experience. We'd expect the 888 to make a debut in the Moto Edge or Edge Plus. On the other hand, Chinese OEMs have been shipping powerful SoCs and high-end components in their phones for prices comparable to the Moto G for years. Perhaps as the Moto G remains one of the company's strongest brands, the company may want to more directly challenge competitors from Xiaomi and Oppo. It doesn't have to include the 888, perhaps just a Moto G Anniversary Edition. With the Moto G having more than a few variants, that's not a far-fetched notion. That's all I get. I don't get to hear more about what it could be. But I would love to see a Moto G with an 888, maybe a glob of internal storage. Like imagine a Moto G with an 888 chipset, 256 gigs of internal storage, 8 gigs of RAM, a micro SD slot, a headphone jack, stereo speakers. And what if it was like priced at $500 or something? Maybe it'll be priced a little more at the beginning, but then maybe there's going to be a good discount on it. And it might not have the best display. It might not be 90 hertz. It might not be waterproof, but it'll probably come with a big battery. I bet you the cameras are going to be okay. December 3rd, 1980. Happy fake 40th birthday. I don't believe it. Also, if Moto is going to use the top Snap chipset, they're going to charge flagship money, so they better start flagship software supporting. Ooh, that's a really good point, Nick. That's a really good point. If they're going to make this phone with the Snap 888, how many years of support is it going to get? I don't know how much they're going to charge for this phone. Even if they charge a lot at the beginning, I feel like a good deal is going to come out. And that's where big brain move, right? Wait for that phone to come out. Let's all bitch and moan about how the phone costs $700, $800, $900, whatever it's going to be, and then wait it out. If that does come out, how many years of support is it going to get? Moto needs to kind of at least be on top of it and give more than 1 year of support. Remember when the Edge Plus, they said that was only going to get 1 year, and then everyone bitched and moaned and said, how are you going to give 1 year for $1,000 phone? And then they said, fine, we'll give you 2 years. It was like, I mean, it's better than 1 year, I guess, but still,